My phone buzzed with an incoming FaceTime call from my sister. When I answered, I froze. She was lounging on a sunbed at a luxury resort, sunglasses on, drink in hand. Next to her was my best friend. Both of them were smiling. "We decided to spend your honeymoon money better," she said, smirking. My stomach dropped. "What are you talking about?" "That 15 grand you saved," she said casually. "It's putting this trip to good use." I stared at the screen in disbelief. That was $15,000 I'd saved over 2 years, working double shifts, skipping weekends, grinding just to give myself and my future wife the honeymoon we deserved. My wedding was in 3 weeks. "How did you even get access to my account?" I demanded, my voice trembling. She laughed, that same cruel laugh she'd had since childhood. "Remember when you gave me your banking info to transfer mom's birthday money? I never deleted it." My ex, Lucas, wrapped an arm around her and leaned into the frame. "Thanks for funding our romantic getaway, man. Your sister's way more fun than you ever were." The betrayal hit like a freight train. Lucas had been my best friend since high school. We'd grown up together, planned to be each other's best man. And my sister, Clara, she'd always been jealous of anything good in my life. But this was a new low. "Clara, this is insane. That was my wedding money. Natalie and I have been planning this for months." "Well," she said, sipping what looked like a $50 cocktail, "maybe you shouldn't have picked such a boring destination. Cancun is way better than whatever basic trip you had in mind." Lucas chuckled from behind her. "Dude, you should see this place. Infinity pool, private beach access, the works. Your sister really knows how to live." My hands were shaking. "Lucas, we've been friends for 15 years. How could you do this to me?" He shrugged. "Clara made some good points about how uptight you've gotten since getting engaged. Sometimes people just grow apart, man. You're sleeping with my sister and stealing my money." "Borrowing," Clara corrected, flashing that smirk again. "We'll pay you back, eventually. Maybe." The call ended. I just sat there, staring at the screen, numb. A moment later, Natalie walked into the room. She took one look at me and instantly knew something was wrong. "What happened?" I explained everything, the call, the theft, the betrayal. Her face cycled through shock, anger, disbelief. She'd been with me for 4 years, she knew Clara's manipulative streak. She'd seen her spread rumors, sabotage relationships, and try to ruin anything that made me happy. "We have to call the police," Natalie said immediately. "With what proof?" I asked bitterly. "She'll just say I gave her permission. Then we call the bank." I shook my head. She technically had authorized access. I gave her my login months ago. Stupid mistake. Then suddenly, a memory hit me. Something crucial. Natalie noticed my expression shift. "What is it?" I started laughing, not from joy, but that dark, half-crazed laughter that comes when everything finally makes sense. "That wasn't my honeymoon account," I said slowly. "That was my decoy savings account." Natalie blinked. "You, what?" "I made a separate account after I caught Clara snooping through my phone months ago. I moved all my real money to a different bank. I left just enough in the old one to make it look real, in case she ever tried something." Natalie's jaw dropped. "You set a trap." "Not on purpose," I said. "But it worked." Suddenly, all the pieces fit. The questions Clara had been asking about our honeymoon budget, the fake concern about how much I'd saved, the way she hovered whenever I used my phone. "So they just stole decoy money?" Natalie asked. $15,000 of very real decoy money," I said. "Money they have no legal right to touch." Natalie grinned. "And since they transferred it internationally, that's serious business." "Extremely serious," I said, already dialing the bank. "Hi, I need to report unauthorized access to my account ending in 4729, I told the representative. "I see recent activity," the woman replied. $15,000 withdrawn yesterday." "Perfect. That's fraud. I want to press charges." She walked me through the process. Because Clara had transferred the funds internationally without explicit permission for that specific transaction, it counted as theft, despite her having previous access. Within hours, I'd filed the necessary paperwork. My real honeymoon money, safe in another bank, a joint account under Natalie's name. 2 days later, my phone rang. I picked up. It was Clara, crying. "Ethan, please, they arrested us at the resort. They're saying we stole money." I smiled. Funny thing about international fraud charges, they're tough to fight from a foreign jail cell. "Please drop the charges," she begged. "I'll pay it back, I swear." "Should have thought of that before stealing from your own brother," I said. "Enjoy your extended vacation." I hung up. Then I turned to Natalie with a calm smile. "Now," I said, "let's book our real honeymoon."